sighting took place. Bait was also placed along the tracking scenarios. It says, to date, no evidence has been found to support the claims that a live exotic animal, namely the jaguar, which is not indigenous to Trinidad and Tobago, is occupying that area. The ministry says all camps linked to an investigation were dismantled on Sunday, the 11th of June. They reminded the public of the dangers and implications of the importation and trafficking of illegal wildlife. Kazim Hussein, Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries, commended all the teams on their efforts and once again reiterated the call to be vigilant against traffickers. Both the Prime Minister and Finance Minister Colm Imbert says, contrary to reports, the value of the Heritage and Stabilization Fund is the same as when the government inherited it back in 2015. In fact, Minister Imbert confirmed that currently the fund has noted an increase by 16%. Speaking at a media briefing on Monday, Minister Imbert took aim at the recent media report suggesting that the fund had incurred a loss of over $900 million in 2022. Imbert noted that the publication lacked proper analysis and context. He says currently the net value of the fund is estimated to be $5.5 billion. He noted that geopolitical volatility and rising inflation impacted global markets last year, and the losses that were incurred were not unique to Trinidad and Tobago. According to the minister, despite withdrawals totaling $1.9 billion over the last 8 years, the fund has managed to generate 12 billion TT dollars since 2015. TNT will host one Test, one One-Day International, and one 2020 match during India's tour of the West Indies from July 12th to August 13th. The tour begins with a test match in Dominica from July 12th to 16th before shifting to the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad for July 20th and 24th. Trinidad and Tobago will also host the third match of the One-Day International Series at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba on August 1st. The T20 will bowl off at the same venue on August 3rd before it moves to Guyana and then to Florida. India will play 2 tests, 3 One-Day Internationals, and 5 T20s. This will mark the 100th appearance against the West Indies for the Indians. Internationally, Silvio Berlusconi, the Italian former prime minister who overcame various scandals to hold office 4 times, has died at 86. He died at the San Rafael Hospital in Milan. In April, he was treated for a lung infection linked to leukemia. According to Italy's defense minister, Berlusconi's death leaves a huge void. And now for a brief look at the weather forecast for today. There is an alert saying that gusty winds and street flooding can occur, especially in the vicinity of heavy downpours. Generally fair and breezy with a few periods of shower and rain is what we can expect today. There is a low 30% chance of heavier showers or isolated thunderstorms. Sunrise this morning was at 5:39 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:26 p.m. Seas will be moderate with waves in open waters peaking at 1.5 to 2 meters. In sheltered areas, waves will be below 1.3 meters. Expect swells between 0.5 to 1.3 meters, with swell periods ranging between 6 to 7 seconds. Temperature should rise to 31 degrees Celsius and drop to 25 degrees Celsius. And that's what's making your news and weather. Your first look here on More FM 104.7, sponsored by Amar Renters Limited and Kickcities.com. My name is Vern Extevor. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and all of our listeners across the globe on the Iconic 1047 app and Iconic 1047 Twitch and Facebook feeds.
If your radio ain't on M104.7 More FM, your radio ain't saying nothing.
More FM 104.7. On the move, everywhere.
We run things.
We run things.
Things not run we.
More FM 104.7. Broadcasting live.
Broadcasting live.
From 177 Dragoreet Road. This is More FM 104.7. From every street corner to every block.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for this.
It's More FM 104.7.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Join Andy Williams, Michael Kerr, and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team on M1047 as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday on M104.7 FM. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on The Ground Report.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Sheltec Electronics, Capital Plaza, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain. So you're looking for the best prices in gaming products? Come on down and visit Sheltec Electronics, the gamer's paradise. Get the latest PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch system. Games and accessories, Apple Stream, Roblox cards available. Daily clearance items up to 70% off. Pre-order new releases and save 15%. Come on, visit us online at sheltechelectronics.com. Cash in on the bargain. Sheltec Electronics, 11 to 13 Frederick Street, Port of Spain, 627-3757. Cash in on those bargains now.
From the heart of the Arima people, from the dial that keeps time constant, to the earth that comes alive with revelry, the powder with every jump fills the morning air. This is Arima's.
Arima, we have no time to waste!
I'm not going no small friend. Arima's Juve Cooler event. Stay clean, forget petty. We'll revel together at #1 Dark Eye Lane, Mausica Street in Arima. Secured venue and parking. Sunday, 18th June 2023. Your robe is your ticket.
Tickets available at Frontline Ticketing. More information, 488-8822. Powered by SW Limited, Linda's Bakery, DCTL, Foreign Exchange Promotion, Charlie's Pudding, Flour Mills, and the official station. More, 104.7 FM.
Arima's The Cooler Juve event. Your robe is your ticket. How sexy.
Everybody's idea of home is different. So every mortgage should be unique, shaped around you, flexible to move and change as you do. RBC will come to you to get you started and stay by your side to help guide you every step of the way. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/home story and start your story today. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at RBC Caribbean.
Sell-off promotions and Beats by Robin present Mix Up Color. Try if you rush me off. Try if you brush me off. I see.
On Sunday, 2nd July, at 3 p.m. till 11 p.m. at the River Ranch Arena. Mix some colors. Mix some colors. More room to party. Absolutely no coolers allowed. Ticket outlets, Castro's Arena, or islandetickets.com. Mix some colors.
They are back from which back?
Call Robin at 299-4563. Nigel at 741-6141. Marvin 702-3690. Adrian 376-6686 for ticket info. Sunday, 2nd July. Mix up colors. River Ranch Arena. This ad is sponsored by Building Services Limited, Crazy Eaters Grill House, CGS Pharmacy, Chattagoon Group of Companies, Castro's Arena, Tasha's Catering Services, and Red Coals Grill House. A sell-off promotions and Beats by Robin presentation. More FM 104.7, the official radio station.
It's time for Daddy's Night Out. DMTV Americas and More FM 104.7 says this Father's Day weekend, Saturday night, belongs to the dads as we head back uptown Port of Spain for Now. This is also the Father's Day edition at London 868 Ultra Lounge. As a gift to all fathers, men pay only $50 before midnight.
You know how we do.
We have prizes for the best dressed male. And ladies, we won't be dads without you. So ladies enter free before 11 p.m. Dance to the best old school jams with the massive Dr. High, Music Library, Magnificent Sound, Selector Teddy, all hosted by Antics The Experience. It's a night of retro, just for Father's Day long weekend, Saturday.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, fry bake, roast bake, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. Dinner a la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dog, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on LED bulbs. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC Ltd. Or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide & Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, and the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 4 convenient locations, feel free to call us or visit us at Port of Spain, 623-4906, Cuba, 636-2435, San Fernando, 610-5062, and Point Fortin, 610-9200. With full funeral packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide & Son Funeral Services today. David Guide & Son Funeral Services. Distinctive, not expensive.
Coming soon to Siparia.
Welcome to M&M Pharmacy. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket in Sangre Chiquito, Sangre Grande. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth.
That's right. The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruka, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village. Or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
Green Dot continues to deliver internet connectivity to a wide range of communities in Trinidad. With our combination fiber and wireless network, you get the service you need wherever you live. Stream your favorite shows, enjoy online tuition, stay in touch with your work team, and connect with friends and family with internet service at a price you can afford. As communities continue to grow, we continue to deliver. Call 224-GDOT or visit gd.tt today. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in here with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Get in gear with an RBC auto loan with 0 down, longer repayment terms, and low interest rates. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/GearUp. Conditions apply.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in here with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Stamps, he was there by your side. Remember the bicycle he taught you to ride? At school, he watched you walk in as he stood by the gate. And on special days and after exams, he took you to celebrate. His voice is comforting and guiding, and sometimes even mad. But he's always been your pillar and protector through the good and bad.
Thank you, Dad.
So for dads who are close, and for those far away, perhaps in loving memories, and our hearts where they stay, we acknowledge all fathers so loving and true. Royal Castle salutes you and says thank you.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest.
Welcome to M&M Pharmacy. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket in San Chiquito, Sangre Grande. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. That's right.
Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide & Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, and the latest in body preparation technology. And the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 4 convenient locations, feel free to call us or visit us at Port of Spain, 623-4906, Cuba, 636-2435, San Fernando, 610-5062, and Point Fortin, 610-9200. With full funeral packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide & Son Funeral Services today. David Guide & Son Funeral Services, Distinctive, not expensive.
Coming soon to Siparia.
It's time for Daddy's Night Out. DMTV Americas and More FM 104.7 says this Father's Day weekend, Saturday night, belongs to the dads as we head back uptown for a space for now. This is also the Father's Day edition at London 868 Ultra Lounge. As a gift to all fathers, men pay only $50 before midnight. You know how we do. We have prizes for the best dressed male. And ladies, we won't be dads without you. So ladies enter free before 11 p.m. Dance to the best old school jams with the massive Dr. High, Music Library, Magnificent Sound, Selector Teddy, all hosted by Antics The Experience. It's a night of retro, just for Father's Day long weekend. Saturday.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant, number 67, Western Main Road, Gym, opposite Standard. For breakfast daily, Monday to Sunday, from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. On the menu, sada roti, Friday, roast beef, pie, coffee, tea, Milo, vegetable pizza, pancakes with assorted vegetables. Lunch specials daily from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Chicken pilau, $25. Assorted lunch from $25 to $40. Soup specials and crab and dumpling. Delivery of food available. De la la carte on the pavement from 6 p.m. until burgers, chicken sandwich, hot dogs, fries and chicken, nuggets, shrimp burger, gyros, and anything else you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your orders 7 days a week.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruka, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village. Or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
Green Dot continues to deliver internet connectivity to a wide range of communities in Trinidad. With our combination fiber and wireless network, you get the service you need wherever you live. Stream your favorite shows, enjoy online tuition, stay in touch with your work team, and connect with friends and family with internet service at a price you can afford. As communities continue to grow, we continue to deliver. Call 224-GDOT or visit gd.tt today. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in here with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Get in gear with an RBC Auto Loan with 0 down, longer repayment terms, and low interest rates. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/GearUp. Conditions apply.
That's the sound of your car or truck. That's the sound of your horn. Get in here with an auto loan. RBC makes it easy to get your own.
Stamps, he was there by your side. Remember the bicycle he taught you to ride? At school, he watched you walk in as he stood by the gate. And on special days and after exams, he took you to celebrate. His voice is comforting and guiding, and sometimes even mad. But he's always been your pillar and protector through the good and bad.
Thank you, Dad.
So for dads who are close, and for those far away, perhaps in loving memories, and our hearts where they stay, we acknowledge all fathers so loving and true. Royal Castle salutes you and says thank you.
Looking to complete your home or business project? Well, the place is Michelin Hardware. We carry a large selection of roofing and plumbing supply, lumber, steel, water tanks, tools, and more. Get your sand, gravel, sand filled by the bag, yard or load. No one beats our prices. Visit us at M&R Building, number 97, Eastern Main Road, Aruka, or call 646-2144. WhatsApp 327-7761. Michelin Hardware.
Are you stressed and worried by problems? Then meet Priest Santosh Ji. Priest is specialized in palm, face, photo, date of birth reading, and gives solutions to problems in marriage, relationship, love, business, job, health, and removes all black magic, negativity, bad luck permanently, and gives good luck and lifelong protection. Then call Priest.
Welcome to M&M Pharmacy. Strategically located next to Eastside Supermarket in Sangre Chiquito, Sangre Grande. For all your healthcare needs and much more, M&M Pharmacy will give you customer service like no other. Your health is your wealth. That's right.
Trinity Lighting, 123 Western Main Road, St. James. Special on LED bulbs. Purchase 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. Trinity, they stock a wide variety of electrical supplies and specialize in light bulbs and parts for all your residential, commercial, marine, and medical fixtures. Remember, buy 4 LED bulbs for $100, get 2 free. 628-8373 or 622-6935. Check them out on Facebook, Trinity Lighting ETC Ltd. Or shop online at trinityetc.com. In the Miami area, contact them at 305-354-2033 or 305-932-0727. Remember, Trinity Lighting welcomes you to their main store, 123 Western Main, St. James.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Disclaimer. More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The Ground Report, the ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The Ground Report, the ground report.
I would think that they've been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The Ground Report with Mikey K.
King gone mad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey, politician, now we going mad.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox
More
Smith.
FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information.
Gone mad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people
More
money only
FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made.
Gone mad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey, politician, now we going mad. They destroying Trinidad. Politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey, politician, now we going mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey. Obia, race, killing, power, money, fame, the roads, the water, hungry unemployment with the money spent. Lotto rig, propaganda in health, Everybody now want to throw in the belt. Only gods know your pain, how you felt. Take this and whack they by the media. Money talks, me say bullshit walks. And when you see God come and destroy the earth, then we go see what life really worth. Baphomet court versus Hog Puja. The unrulies only killing Rasta. Everybody taking, stealing what they want. Only time to tell them all them on that mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Politician, are we going mad? Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Politician, are we going mad? Look how they destroying Trinidad. Hey! The money you have, it can't buy life. You see what you have, it goes to your wife. Insurance, auto, the big car dealer. Down in cremation side by you blazing in fire. Senior policeman walking round the clock. Some of them take bribe, look they lost their work. Two of them only horning each other. One kill one in Grand Bazaar. A politician went in Venezuela. See him wind up on a senorita. The same politician looky brave and bold in South whining on a 17 years old. He whine. He say he a hugging up no porcupine. And one day to come, I know he go be drunk. I sure I telling you he hugging up a something mad. Look how they destroying Trinidad. Politician, are we going mad? Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Politician, are we going mad? Look how they destroying Trinidad. Tax people money only wasting, and the poor people them keep suffering. Hey.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Boy. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's 6:30 o'clock. And you listen to the Ground Report. Yours truly, the pitbull of radio, Lennox Smith, Michael Kerr, Director Cuff, and you the people out there in your thousands of you up there. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, truckers, panel vans, all transportation out there. And look on to 104.7 More FM, the Ground Report, every Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. A pleasant good morning to you. I must say good morning to all senior citizens. A pleasant good morning to you. To the physically challenged disabled people, a pleasant good morning to you. Not forgetting our sister Isle Tobago. Tobago, good morning to you. Oh boy, let's say a pleasant good morning to all loyal listeners, callers, well-wishers, supporters, to all critics, to all haters, a pleasant good morning to you. Most importantly, a pleasant good morning to all patriots, Trinbagonians, people that will put their God and their family first before the race, religion, and politics that is destroying this country. Good morning to you. Let me say a pleasant good morning to those of you that look on to us on Real Media TT on Facebook, Real Media TT on YouTube. Salisha, all of you. Stephon, a pleasant good morning. Ali Trini, good morning to you. All of you, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Lennox Smith. Let's get into the headlines this morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Because remember again, all your contributions is wanted, needed, and yes, there's a lot of new people and people want to make their contributions. And the program is so full with calls and all those different things. And then sometimes we go into various editorials explaining or teaching or motivating you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. It's very, very important to explain to. But we understand. And all what was not played will be. All who want to talk and didn't get to talk will get the opportunity to talk. When the Ground Report promised something, we always keep our promise. Lennox Smith, a pleasant good morning to you. What's on your front, the headliners this morning? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And don't forget the access phrase when we do get in, because we're going to open the lines early for you. We're going to give you the opportunity to express yourself and to technically host what everybody grow to love, the Ground Report program. Because the name says it as it is. It's the Ground Report. Oh boy, Lennox Smith, I feel you again, I like problems. I seen your own, but I'm not hearing you. Nice, nice. John Tobago, while we look for the connection, we'll put things in place for the connection with Lennox Smith. The lines are open. Don't forget the access phrase. All roads leads to Queen's Park, Savannah. June the 27th, Tuesday, June the 27th, 11 a.m. And come with your thing. Oh boy. The lines are open. Morning, caller.
Oh God, I've waiting so long. I feel like my radio stuck. Good morning. All roads lead to the Queen's Park, Savannah, the 11th of the 27th of this month, 11 a.m.
Nice. And if anybody want to know, that's right by Grandstand. Right to the back of Grandstand, right opposite Napa. Yes.
Right.
Go ahead, Miss Laukita.
Yes, yes. No, I want to say that I saw Dr. Rowley on the TV last night talking about Fally hiding. I want to say to him, whatever Fally do, he do. Because all you had a secret meeting and nobody never know what happened or what went on to that secret meeting. And I want to tell him, when you jump in with all the raping and all the blood was flowing in this country, you're getting up, you're jumping on your aeroplane, and you're leaving us here in the pain and suffering and going. You ever come out and tell the country where you're going? You just get up and jump and say you're going on a little vacation, you're going and spend time. And you talking about Fally hiding? You know why he hiding? You don't have to come out and say because all you had a secret meeting went on, it's alleged. And I want to say, the reporters, the callers always talking about this flooding. I myself talking about this flooding. Look at what people have to endure and people have to go through. Look, I'm watching last night and I seen how people place they can't even come out from their home.
And all that money, Laukita, wasting.
Because why? All you're taking all the money and put it in the place where all you want, and all you're not giving the corporation in South and Penal and those places enough money to run the corporation. That is why we have all this flooding. You know why? Because all you're telling all yourself, all you want to look better, and all you don't want them to look good. So all you're taking all the money and giving them less. They ain't even have no money to help to run their corporation. That is where all the wickedness comes in. And all you want to sit there and say in Trinidad and Tobago, man, all you pack all your bags and get out. Because too much of wickedness in this country. All you have to go. And all you must go. All you get out. It's handcuffs for you when all you're leaving. Get out now.
Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning? Oh boy. Go ahead, caller. Just now. Oh boy. Just now, eh? Oh boy. Morning, caller.
Hello?
All right, man. We getting
Morning again, Andy. We hearing better now. Yeah, we get. I couldn't hear anything Miss Lahoketa was saying. Anyway, good morning to you, Lennox, Mikey, Coffee, and to everybody out there. The 27th of June, 11 o'clock in the Savannah. We will be meeting and greeting. Andy, first I want to say something. I heard some disturbing news yesterday. Somebody told me that, do you know, right? I'll say it is alleged that when these engineers and them give people at the Ministry of Works, right, instructions what to do concerning the dredging of the river and all this kind of thing, they are not doing that. That is why we are seeing so much flooding that took place south of the Caroni yesterday. Hardly it was Penal and Sapare and all those places. Now the person called me because they said they know that I speak on the ground report, right? And that is why the person called me and was giving me that information, that they are not doing anything about it. Is it that they want to suffer the people? And then Keith Rowley had the gall and the gumption to talk in 2014 somewhere around there that works are not being done in PNM constituency, but you are seeing blatant neglect, Andy. You are seeing blatant neglect with these people. How can you desilt a river and throw the silt on the riverbank when rainfall is still going back and they are not digging it deep enough? Now, I ain't no engineer, but this is what the person was telling me. They are not digging it deep enough. And I can speak for the Santa Cruz River, starting from up here by Sambuco. I can speak for that because you're seeing it. You are seeing it. Even when you're traveling, you're going down into Sawa. You are seeing the rivers and them how they need the certain.
Let me tell you how they're doing it to Santa Cruz. They're organizing within the river in built up areas where it is at our houses like close to the river. The building like a road in the river, right? So the river at 2 levels. It's about where that road is for the tractor to run on. When they build the road and they cut the road for the tractor to run on to clean the river, if they bounce up tree or this or that, them taking the trees, breaking it up, burying it in the same road there in that little road where they built in the river.
That is what they did.
Yeah, and
in the Sambuco River.
And all falling straight back in when the water start to flow.
Exactly. They are not moving the silt to anything. They are not doing their work properly, and that is why we are seeing this. And I mean, yes, we have a lot of people doing a lot of wrong things as well, but you can't blame them alone. You have to blame the Ministry of Works, who not. Where's Sukai? Where all of them? They're not doing their work. I was shocked when I saw the level of destruction yesterday. Nah, boy, something definitely had to be wrong. But Andy, as usual, you know, We have to stop the corruption. We have to stop the property tax. We have to stop the billions lost in recusal. We have to stop the PNM. We have to vote them out. And I want to take you back to an article on Saturday, the 2nd of May, 2015. Roger wants jail for Kamla. The Joint Trade Union Movement President Ansel Roger say his May Day 2015 wish is to see Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar in handcuffs and being led off to prison. He said he did not care who won the general election. You're right. Once the People Partnership lost, and the union will do whatever has to be done to see the back of this government so they could begin working on the type of governance Trinidad and Tobago need. My major wish is that I would like nothing better than to see Kamla Persad-Bissessar in steel braces, handcuffed, being carted off to some maximum security prison for the crime that she has committed on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Where is Roger today with all the crimes Keith Rowley committed against the people of Trinidad and Tobago? Responding to McLeod listing several achievements at a UNC Monday night meeting in Faizabad 2 weeks ago, Roger said, whereas the minister boasted of settling 84 collective agreements and raising the minimum wage, these were accomplished with heavy protesting. That's a lie. That's a lie. They settled 134 wage negotiations. They raised the minimum wage. Where is Roger today with 4%? Where is Roger today with not an increase in anything for anybody? Roger
where is Roger today with the refinery too?
That's right. That's right. But Andy, look at how many people lost their jobs. I want to ask a question to her. The next day I'll read it for you. Where is Nolly Clark, who advised the unions at the 75th anniversary to keep the then government on their toes? Where is he now? Why they not keeping the set on their toes? But the irony in it then was that Stephen Williams was a UNC commissioner who was doing the government bidding. Where's his mouth on Erla? Where's his mouth? I say this morning, and because Labor Day coming up just now, I say this morning, Roger, you're a failure. You're a fraud. You're nothing but a fraud. Because to see what you did to the partnership government and allowing this government, right? Because they promised you a refinery and they never give it to you. That is why up to now in 2016, Imba told us the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. No other government can do that. Only the PNM can do that. You're damn right. Only the PNM can mock up the unions like what they did to them. Thanks a lot, Andy, and have a good morning.
Good morning, caller. Oh,
well said, Miss Santa Cruz, well said.
Nice. You're frightened me there. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Andy.
Yes, let us know where you're calling from.
Freeport.
Go ahead, Mr. Freeport.
All roads lead to Queen's Park, Savannah on the 27th by 11th. Yeah. But here what happened, Andy. I have clinic on that day, but if I miss my clinic day, it's not a problem. Because whether I get medication or not, Rowley going to kill me. So I will be there.
Hey, man!
And morning to Miss Santa Cruz. Miss Santa Cruz, I don't know why you're not talking to me. This morning I listen to you. I forget all what I want to say because you say so much. It is true that Rohan Sinanan and Keith Rowley does not want no advice from no engineer. None at all. That's why the road, the river, and them in this condition. And here what happening. They're giving contractors work with small excavator. The small excavator cannot reach some of the bottom of the river. So they only cleaning the edge of the sides of the river. So people could say, well, yes, they clean. And what they're doing again, rivers by the road that you could see. The same way they paving road. On the main road, you see they pave a little bit, and the rest didn't pave. That is the same thing they're doing with rivers. So the bottom of the river, still there, clog up, where the water would go. And if you're cleaning a river that's running from, where we say somewhere Sandy Gandhi coming straight down to the sea. You clean in Sandy Grande, you clean little lower down, but all the way from Caroni come right down to the sea mouth, the river then clean. What would happen? Somebody would get flooded out. And it's the same thing Rohan doing. Patching road, peace here, peace there, peace all about. And I don't know where this man learned to do road work. The road, they're patching it, and it's very bad. It's very bad. It has some things that I could say, Andy, to you, but I prefer that we meet one day. But we meet one day, and let me tell you what really taking place.
All are we who want to meet and can meet based on various situations. We all will meet. It's not one day. We all meeting on the 27th, Tuesday, 11 a.m., Queen's Park, Savannah, to deliver our letters. Remember that. So, why? You go see me Tuesday. So long as God spare life, as you said, and based on your appointment, if your appointment is early, you may finish before the time of 11, because we had to reach 11 o'clock, 11 a.m. anyhow, technically lunchtime, which is good. Give everybody the opportunity to carry the children to school, to organize and put things in place proper. Whether it be they take a day off from work, they send us sick leave. We had to do it. We had to find ways and means that this time we need to show not only our voices over the radio station every day of our disappointment and disapproval and disgust of the government and what we want as the government. That day we must show it in person. So showing it in person, I am sure Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley and his government will get the message. The biased mainstream media will get the message, just like how they get it for pushback 1, 2, and all the pushback that we had.
Andy.
Morning caller, where are you calling from? What is the contribution in the Gong Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. All roads lead to Queen's Park, Savannah, the 27th of June, 11 a.m. Andy, where we have the Army and the ODPM in this country for, boys, and I only see them activated when they see it are flooding in PNM areas. I see these people suffering yesterday, and they take their own vehicle and bring children out of school and all this other thing. What's going on in this country? Why it is that these people that only come out in the PNM areas to assist those people in HDC housing, and they can't help the people in the UNC areas who have to go through the same flooding? I don't understand what's going on in this country, you know. This place upside down. It is Animal Farm, this PNM government playing with taxpayers' money here. Because the taxpayer is everybody paying taxes here, and everybody deserves to get a fair and equal treatment. But I'm not seeing this at all. You understand? It's wrong. And you have the people suffering there, going through all of these things, and they have to help their own self. And all they sit down in all their high-rise place, whatever, and all they laughing and lapping it up. And saying the people cause this problem for themselves. Some people just back up some of the water courses, but all these people innocently suffering from flooding. It's not them fault that they're getting flooded out. It's incompetence at the height of it, because Rohan Sinanan is a man that is involved in all these contractors doing his halfway work and causing these people all this distress at this moment in time. If I want to get my place sold to get $5,000 and $10,000 from the government, they can't get a cent from them right now. They get to their aunt, uncle, and then Rohan, I see you and Rishi Sukai. All the fellas are pay for all the doings now. I go on.
Thank you very much. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Gong Report this morning?
Hi, good morning, Andy. On the 27th of June at 11 a.m., Queen's Park, Savannah. God's willing, I would be there. Okay? Andy,
nice.
Yeah, and good morning to Lennox also. Yeah, you know, Andy, I am here thinking, this election that we are having on August the 14th, I wonder if the people of this country recognize that this is a divine intervention. Andy, we have been praying, we have been hoping, we have been talking, and we have been doing everything that we could to get to move these PNM in whatever part of the government they are controlling. And you know, I am saying, Andy, God has answered our prayer, because there is no way under the sun that Keith Rowley and the PNM would have called an election on August 14 if he was not made to do so by the Privy Council. And up to now, they can't get over that. So I am hoping that the people of this country recognize the opportunity that they have been given, and they come out in the hundreds of thousands on the 14th of August and vote out this PNM. We have to send a message. The people were not living on the moon. They were not living in Iraq or Iran. They were living right here in Trinidad. And they experienced the suffering in health, in education, in roads, everything. Everything was bad. Nobody had to go on a platform and stand up and tell them nothing, because everybody knew. Everybody experienced it. Everybody feeling it, But it have the ones, no matter what PNM do, it have the slaves. No matter what PNM do, they supporting PNM till they're there for their own gain. Some of them, they have nothing, they want nothing, and they will get nothing, and they're satisfied with that. And have the rest who have millions, and they're looking for more millions, and they will do anything to keep the PNM there. You understand? So I am hoping the people, and some of them, I don't vote for county election. Hey, all you have no excuse. Come out on the 14th and vote to fix this place. Let me praise this government and make sure they get zero across the board. Yeah, we have to send a strong, serious message to know we are not taking the abuse, the insult, the advantage, the suffering no more. And we have no gun, we have no cutlass, we have a finger. As Kamala Pasabi was saying last night, we have that finger. All of we have plenty power on the 14th. So I am just hoping that the people will come out in their large numbers and vote and send that serious message to Keith Rowley and his cohorts, you understand? Because enough is enough with all of them. Andy, I hope if come rain, come shine, I have an umbrella, it doesn't matter. Whatever God's willing, I will be there on the 27th, and I hope the whole of Trinidad. Every time you tell them the same thing over and over, but nevertheless,
talk to them. Talk to them from Miss Roadbrook. Tell them, look, Mr. Freeport, putting aside the medical thing and all. Oh God, we go to dead here. We have to make one sacrifice now. Why all are we who listening right now in the thousand Miss Roadbrook? Look, we know in advance the 27th, Tuesday the 27th. June, this month, Queen's Park, Savannah, opposite Napa, right by Grandstand. Oh God, just one sacrifice. We can send a message without one sacrifice. How they can't do it, Miss Roadbrook boy? I just want to know how.
Well, yeah, because you know why, Andy? They don't like themselves. They're lazy. They don't want to fight for nothing. They want everybody else to do it for them. What is so difficult about putting on your clothes and coming on by the savannah? It is so central. But you see the people in this country, they want things fixed, They want things, they want Andy to fix it, Mikey to fix it, Lennox to fix it, everybody, and the geriatric, everybody to fix it, and they stay home. These people don't seem to understand. I don't know if it's illiterate, they have them, I don't know what, because trust me, no normal right-thinking person in a country could sit down and tell me that they're comfortable under this government. It's not that you don't like PNM or you don't like it. We do not like what PNM is doing to the people of this country and to this country. So you can't come out and protest. What is all you're afraid? All you're afraid of all your life getting better? That's the only way you could be afraid of, because as with PNM, one thing you guarantee, you guarantee it is going to get worse. I am watching this man, something wrong with these people. This man standing up on a platform with a straight face and telling people about them is the best government. They do this. They care about the people. What the hell? And let me tell you now, they're talking this other look now. This other one talking about they want property tax because the property tax is going to fix the roads and fix it. Here now, all you just want to make sure you take everything from everybody. Years ago, I remember they took health surcharge. They put on health surcharge when they had the budget, and they said that health surcharge was going to make people have a better health service. Since they take the health surcharge from people, the health services get worse. Years ago, they said they put on a gasoline tax. I ain't talking about the 3 times that him but raise it and laugh. I'm talking about long before that. He put on a tax on gas, says the road tax, to fix the road. But it had more pothole than ever. More pothole than ever. Now we coming and lying to tell people as if it's damn fully talking to the property tax will make it collect your garbage and collect your this. All the money from the taken from the people going in them and their friends' pocket. Because the people flood again yesterday. And Andy, there's a complex this man built. We went and opened there down in the west here. Billions and billions and billions of dollars spent here in selling the Martin, a community center, you understand, a library, a complex with the bank and all them going. That is what bodies say house. And people flooding out. People flooding out. Why the hell you don't get engineers to go in the dry season? All of them is so-called self-engineers, they have qualification. All you don't know what to do in areas to prevent flooding. But better all you didn't bother to go to school, better all you stand by the corner and pitch marble. And you want to tell you the people in this country have to fix it. How much time you go tell them that? So they just can't come out and make the present for to send a message. So people must really believe it's very good. Everybody happy. Andy boy, you know something? You Lennox and Mikey and all the callers, all the wonderful callers who really trying to fix this country. Keep on. All you're doing a good, and God knows what is happening. So we're gonna keep on fighting. We'll keep on talking, and somehow we're gonna get things. But anyway, come out next week on the 27th. Oh God, all you come out now. How much time to tell all the same thing? All you want nothing better for all yourself.
Not next week. Next week is not the 27th. I think it's the following week. Is the
following week? Well, whenever.
But the 27th, yeah.
Yeah, the 27th of June at 11 a.m. at the Queen's
Tuesday.
Park.
That's a Tuesday only.
A Tuesday, yes. Yeah. At the Queen's Park Savannah. We're hoping to see thousands and thousands. Oh God, again, only 4%. Health in a mess. Education in a mess. The road in a mess. Oh God, as for the grocery, we can't buy nothing. We have to make sure you pick up the necessities and leave your little yogurt and your little ice cream behind. Oh God, all you don't feel, all you have the confidence, all you have the confidence in all yourself that all you can fix it. All you don't realize, all you have a piece of paper in all your hand called all your bill paper that say all you're born here. You all are Trinidadians. You all are entitled to whatever good this country has to give. All you don't want piece of that, all you don't want part of that, all you don't know, all you're entitled to that, all you go sit down, continue sitting down, and then this PNM do all you what they want. I tell you all you, I am sure. You see all these PNM people, they ought to take all of them for mental and for psychiatric treatment. Because anybody in this country who's still supporting PNM, they had to be damn mad. Have a blessed day, Andy.
Well said once again. Well said once again. Divine intervention. Rowley would have preferred to have this election that is inevitable next year, March. But instead, the Privy Council, courtesy the loyal and faithful opposition, was able to make him by force to have it on the 14th of August. I say once again to Miss Woodbrook, well done, well done, well done. Go to the top of the class. Go ahead, Andy.
Lennox, I'm feeling kind of weird, you know. At least choking something now, man, because the people out there go feel that kind of, they go want to know what's going on. They go say, I advantage, like I tell you, partner, you come in here and tell the people morning, nothing. At least get them one little quick editorial, but when they're moving, so I'm feeling that kind of
I was hoping that you would have done the introduction. Now that you have done the introduction, I can now come in. Good morning, everybody, East, West, North, South, Central, or Friends and Tobago, and wherever you are streaming on the World Wide Web, President Gaditri. You know, if you want to say former or current, you know, I'm a teacher, and therefore etiquette is one of the critical hallmarks of discipline. So you will appreciate my tolerance of awaiting for your formal introduction. Now that you have done it, whether indirectly or indirectly, now I can make my contribution. I just merely want to say, because I think the contributions so far are so superlative that really and truly I would prefer to listen to these very, what I consider to be very, very knowledgeable callers so far. So I would have a very lean introduction at this point in time, except to say that, Andy, you know, once again, the ground report was correct, and we have made history again. It might have fly past people, but let me tell you one time, Justice Abraham No. Let me make sure and get his name correct because I think it's important. Justice Ricky Rahim, Dr. Ricky Rahim.
Yeah.
I think two days ago confirmed that we don't need permission from the Commissioner of Police to protest. There is nothing in the Summary Offences Act as we did when we started. Some remember we were up and down the East-West corridor, but we were looking at private places to hold these meetings that we would have had to evade having to inform the police or have permission from them. But he made the law very clear only yesterday or the day before. Yesterday, yes. That listen, public meetings is public spaces. So these are public meetings. You do not need the permission of the police commissioner to have a public meeting. What you must do is, of course, inform them that you are having a public meeting. Remember, we had used that strategy when we had some meetings.
Some all Grandy. We do that all in Grandy and all over. We did that.
That's right.
Yes.
We inform them, and so they have confirmed that the law is that you inform the police that you are having it. You inform. You don't request anything. And of course, that public assembly, and it is an assembly. If you have to march, however, a public march, then you require, of course, a consent from the police. But to have a meeting in a stationary place, whether it's a public space or not, and the law define what as public space is, including the Queen's Park Savannah and other places. So there's no need for us to hide, because he said that will offend the right of the people to protest, and in the law itself does not have the word protest. It does not have the word protest. So if you have a public meeting for the purposes of expressing your disapproval of a particular government or a particular situation or institution governed and administered by a public authority, but there is nothing in that would prevent you, in the law, that would prevent you from having a protest, and that came out very clear by Justice Ricky Rahim in interpreting the law.
So wait. So watch.
Go ahead.
Right, that's time to understand it a little more. So you're saying that there is a justice. So somebody challenge the police service and how they everything in a public place, everything, the one we write permission, ask for permission, and that was put in place by the courts of Trinidad and Tobago yesterday. Is saying what was put in place, because this supposed to, listen, Lennox Smith, this supposed to give me more strength and give the people more strength, the importance of our meeting on June the 27th, Queen's Park, Savannah, 11 a.m. Push back the final, the series, the everybody, the everything. Come on. So all who was fearing, but the police, all they know now, all they hear it was made clear by the courts. Go ahead, Lennox Smith, let them know again what justice.
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
That clarification came in a judgment and a court matter that was applied for, or should I say was transpired when Vijay Ramai, who of course had this water park in the country and felt was discriminated against under COVID, when 12-year-olds were not allowed to enter because of the so-called safe zone policy, and he went in front of the parliament and had a one-man protest. Well, of course, the judgment of that already has been established long before this one. And as far as a one-man protest is concerned, you can have whatever symbol you have on you, and you can protest. So that is clear. Well, this one is further clarifies, of course, under the Summary Offences Act, where there is nothing mentioned about protest in the act according to the judgment, and that it refers to assembling for meeting purposes in public places, one, and where there is a public meeting all you need to do is to inform, not apply for anything. Inform the police authorities that you are having such a meeting. And
Lennox Smith,
it is
on June the 27th, Queen's Park, Savannah, walk with that, assure all police officers herein. We having a public meeting at the Queen's Park, Savannah, which is a public place, opposite Napa. Yes, for 11. From there, we'll be hitting various whereby the committee will put together where we will be going to deliver these final letters in person. In person, whether it be the UN building, whether it's American embassy, whether it's where we point it in place, So again,
yes, and we're making the distinction there that when we are moving, it is not a march, because for a march you need to get police permission.
No, it's not a march.
Be a march. It's the delivery. Of letters. So we are not engaged in any march whatsoever. But we will be assembling, because we will be having, of course, some discussion on the matter prior, and I suppose prior, or as we normally would, in order to direct the participants as to where we are going. So it is very, very, very clear now.
We will make sure on that day, Lennox Smith,
instructions.
We will make sure on that day we have a lawyer for the pushback or the ground report, for the people, for everybody. We will make sure we have a lawyer and all present. Yes. If the police them come to play the comment to tell me anything, Lennox Smith, I'm saying it loud and clear on radio. If what you say is facts, which I know is facts, when we go there, peacefully, we gather for that public meeting to deliver letters to various institutions, and the police them telling we go, telling we no, telling we how to get permission, telling we this, telling we that, or trying to mash up the thing. Lennox, I'm saying clear, it's a peaceful thing. I'm saying we are going with what is the Summary Offences Act. We are going, we are not moving. We are not moving. We are not letting nobody run we are not letting nobody twist the Constitution and put nothing down on we. It can get different if they decide to twist the law. The Summary Offences Act.
Let me read at least 2 paragraphs of the decision of the court to make it clear. This paragraph says, however, the judge, meaning the same Rahim, Justice Rahim, said he clarified the law on public meetings. He said the word protest did not feature in the Summary Offences Act. Let me repeat that. The word protest did not feature in the Summary Offences Act, and there was no distinction between a public meeting and a public march. In the case of the former, that is to say, the public meeting, so long as the gathering will be of more than one person in a public place, one must give notice to the commissioner. That's all, notice. So we write and say, like what we were doing in the early days along the East-West corridor with some. He said that there was no statutory requirement that one applies for and be granted permission to hold a meeting in a public place. Let me repeat that. The judge said there was no statutory requirement, no law that one applies for and be granted permission to hold a meeting in a public place. All that was required, he went on, for notice to be given. Notice alone to be given. We go in tomorrow, we give you notice. In such a case, the judge said the commissioner can then act on that notice. So if the commissioner believes that there may be a breach, or he decides to deploy people, that's a different story. But to apply you must wait for permission from him. No. that was a misrepresentation and an unlawful interpretation and execution by police officers of every rank, including, of course, that of the former acting commissioner. Because I come into a point when I finish this paragraph. It follows, according to the judge, that even if one wishes to hold a public meeting of more than one person, permission is not required. Let me repeat that. It follows, common sense, logical conclusion, that even if one wishes to hold a public meeting of more than one person, permission is not required. That is what the judgment is, and the interpretation of the Summary Offences Act as far as that aspect of it is concerned. Because over the years we have been holding meetings, the police would have arrogated onto themselves a position that did not require that, so that what practical examples we have? Victor Roberts would have required, of course, permission to march. But where the public meeting is concerned, no such thing. And of course, he identified the constitutional requirement. It offends a liberal democracy to have such constraints put by officials of state on the people to protest if they so wish, even though the meeting may be for that purpose, but there is nothing about protest in terms of the law itself. And it brings me to the point I want to make. I said so simply because I believe that we should be looking at our legal options as far as that meeting where the police used tear gas to disrupt the meeting of the pushback movement on that ill-fated day, when the police brought out their aggression and their coercive act and their arsenal against the people who was simply assembling in order, of course, to treat. I know the complication may well be, they may say, well, COVID was wrong, etc., etc. But I think we should still look at our options to make certain that compensation, because I myself was subjected to that tear gas episode. I had to run down, of course, Donald Street to escape that unleashing indiscriminately of that. And I could well recall coming out of that exercise, a lady was passing with her children in a vehicle, and they discharged these canisters in the roadway, and she was subjected, and her children were subjected to that. And it was, of course, a social media event. And I tell you that we must defend our democracy, and that the police must understand that they have limited rights. And of course, while of course we understood prior that an individual can protest and there should be no impediment to that, even though they have on banisters and posters pinned to themselves, or they're holding up some kind of placard, there should be no interference there. That is very clear. And then, of course, we have the additional arsenal for the public, for you and I, who are aggrieved by actions taken by whosoever, but in particular this administration, that we can go out there and have a public meeting, more than one person gathering, and there should be no request for permission. No, we inform that it exists, and in such circumstances, if it turn out to be a fracas or something like that, then of course the police will know what to do to make sure that the peace is not breached, or that there is conformity with not, of course, disrupting the normal flow and operations of the normal citizens in a society that has a respect for law, and of course the supremacy of the law of Trinidad and Tobago, and which the police as well is subjected to according to the courts. Yes, my
nice,
friend.
nice.
That is where I think we should be going.
Nice. So that's supposed to give everybody more encouragement for Tuesday.
Of course, that is the whole idea, people. That is the whole idea, and we will stick with this ruling. We will publish it, and we will, of course, talk about it until the 27th of this month, letting the police know if some of them may not know of this judgment, and they are in a position, of course, to go on the website to, of course, get a view and a hold of this ruling, so that they do not disturb the people from doing their legitimate work, their legal work, as far as the court is concerned, under the Summary Offences Act.
Nice. So again, if they're trying to break we up from a public meeting in a public place, we're not moving. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report? Don't forget the access phrase.
Morning ground report. All road leads to Queen's Park, Savannah on the 27th of June at 11 a.m. Andy, Lennox, I was talking to you this morning, right, Lennox? It's
yes,
something
boy,
along that same line. No. Well, I just want to add to it a bit. I don't want to expose it. I want to add to it. It's along that same line where you spoke about just now, and I was trying to speak with either you, Mikey K, or Andy Williams, in order to execute what I wanted to identify with. Okay?
Oh, I understand. Remember, you was a police officer, you know. So you go ahead, just give me the little bit of what it is you're under, whatever you say there, and we organize and open the lines, my brother Aldrich. Go ahead, man, Aldrich.
No. Well, I can't say much. That's why I was trying to have a sit down with either yourself, because remember, I sent you a voice note reference to that.
Oh.
I tried to contact Mikey K. Mikey K said to get back on to me.
All right.
I was trying to talk to Lenny this morning.
All right. Well, after the program, if there's anything, we will try to contact each other. Myself, Lennox, Mikey, we will call you and talk to you. Because again, we want to make sure we go out there. We must be successful in coming out, because they say we dub this the everybody day. This week somebody will come, right. The next week somebody else will come. People meeting people ain't gonna meet people. This one is we have a date, we have a meeting, public meeting.
This is what I'm saying, Andy. Listen, what I want to suggest will add a real traction to the ground report and the fight that the ground report is on. This is what I want to speak about, but I don't want to speak about it like this in this forum. I talked to Malcolm X about it already. You understand?
Well, all right. Well, don't speak about it on the forum. We go talk about it, as I say, after the program. I will we'll organize and link with Lennox. Obviously, Lennox answer your phone. I will organize and link with Mikey K. Obviously, he will answer your phone. And we will organize and put that together, because any advice, especially you coming from the police service itself, and we just want to make sure what the people will get to execute their will.
No, you see what Lennox Smith said this morning, it will compound this whole thing right now as it is. You understand? Because at the end of the day, that is factual what Lennox Smith is speaking about. But you have to remember, when you're doing things like what we're doing right now, what the ground report is doing right now, you need faceted approach. You need all different type of approach. We cannot use one report. I was telling Mikey K that the day when he went to deliver the last letter, we can't be doing the same thing over and over and expect change or different. So we could use different approach. That's my whole idea with bringing forward.
Nice.
This idea I have.
Nice. And again, we will discuss that idea right after the program today. Anytime, not right after. It might be between 9:30, 10 o'clock, or 9:30 and 10:30. Within that time in there, right. I go get in contact with Lennox. We get in contact with Mikey. We make a joint call and we go talk.
I appreciate that then.
All right.
Okay.
Nice. Come on, let's make it short and sweet. Don't forget the access phrase. Morning caller, where calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report this morning? And don't forget the very important access phrase.
At 11 o'clock, Queen's Park, Savannah, we will push back.
Ah, boy.
All right. What I want to say is that the media already knew that law. But because of the pandemic, the police was able to harass the people who came out to march under the pretext it was in the health law. You notice the media always describe you all as anti-vaxxers, because it was able to play into their strategy of using the COVID to restrain you all. Another thing, you see that man who sent the voice note yesterday talking about he want to know what Juttaram is doing. I think he need to know what his prime minister is doing, because these councillors cannot operate if they don't have any funds, because even the PNM councillors are being squeezed in Sandy Grande there. The MP and all hands is tied. You understand? So don't even worry about what Juttaram doing. Find out what the Prime Minister is doing with releasing the funds to these councils. Because remember when Mrs. Bassar's predecessor said she was going to give all the local government bodies $1 million to transact their own business, and the PNM people aided and abetting by some of their leaders, saying it was just a ploy for her to give the gangsters and them money. Remember that? So it just come back to bite them.
Well, you go on?
Lennox Smith, that is the bus, that is the maxi, that is the train, that is the everybody on the 27th of June, Queen's Park, Savannah, opposite Napa.
Yes, you're quite right. And let me just read this part. I think it will be very encouraging for everybody now to understand you have no risk now. Rahim said the court had to be vigilant to guard and protect citizens against the arbitrary use and abuse of power by the state, whether by the police. Let me repeat that, whether by the police or otherwise. He said the right to express one's self was a fundamental right. It often is the only avenue for people to make their views known on critical issues, and the court must be alert to ensure that that right is in no way trampled upon so as to have the effect of the stifling of the voice of the people. Oh boy, this is music to all of us ears.
Real good, Lennox Smith, real good. Who is that justice again? Tell me, who is that justice? I want to know, just like I like Frank C. Passad with his vigorous way. I like this man here. Who is he? What is his name?
His name is Justice, the Honorable Justice Ricky Rahim, making the law very, very clear to all and sundry. The government, the police, and other state agencies that have coercive powers. They have abused in the past us, the people, by pretending that they are executing the Summary Offences Act in the way that they have, and tear gassing the people and using their force of the weapons that they would have been given to protect the people, use it against the people, including, of course, charging people for assembling. Granted, of course, the argument was at the time the health regulations. We do not have such a situation at this point in time, and that is why it was not by accident. I commended Ms. Woodbrook
Lennox
for
Smith,
talking about
read over that part. Call the justice name again and read over that part where you not read, where you make it abundantly clear.
Justice Ricky Rahim, and pronouncing the law relating, of course, the Summary Offences Act relating to protest and the people assembling. You could do their marches, assembling for marches, assembling for meeting. Assembling for meeting, you'd have no need to ask for permission of the commissioner. You merely have to inform them that you have. you are having a meeting. With respect to the march, you need to get permission in that regard. And then he continues. Raham said the courts had to be vigilant to guard and protect citizens against the arbitrary use and abuse of power by the state, whether by the police or otherwise. And he continues, he said the right to express oneself was a fundamental right. We have always said that on this program, and that is why we can afford to be so blatant. Once, of course, we work within the rules of TAT and we display a certain verbal propriety that is accepted by the society, and that is what this is all about. And then, of course, he continues, it often is the only avenue for people to make their views known on critical matters, and the court must be alert to ensure that right is in no way trampled upon so as to have the effect of the stifling of the voice of the people. Oh my goodness, this is music to any democratic societies and people who are conscious of their rights. That is music to their ears, minds, heart, and body and soul.
Nice! And I have a lot of other justices out there that I know, even if all didn't make the papers, you all are talking out. And let's do it to all you justices, all you judges, all you magistrates. We will go as far to the public servants, you lawyers, you doctors, you police officers. This is the kind of thing we had to do in order to fix back Trinidad. We had to all now work together and not work against each other based on any government trampling upon the people's rights, which although you all hold distinguished offices, that you all are part of the society too, and their stupid decisions will turn around and affect you all too. And today it is affecting each and everybody. Music to our ears. Let's go to the lines. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I know Boniface Alva trying to get through. So again, all here, that alone supposed to only be forceful, asking people, encouraging people that all roads lead to Queen's Park. Or push back the final, push back the people power. Anything all you want to dub it, it's all your pushback. It's your own. Push back the meeting. Give me the date. Give me the time. Give me the day so people will know it's a Tuesday. And make a contribution. That was music to our ears. That bring a lot of comfort to me. A lot. Go ahead, caller.
All roads lead to Queen's Park, Savannah, the 27th of this month, 11 a.m. Now, first we want to thank Ricky and Lennox, because look at that. They were abusing our rights all the time. They are abusing our rights all the time. We want to thank them and thank you, Ricky, for that. Because just imagine you going out there to do the right thing, and every time you go, each time you go, the police attacking us. So that is a good thing, and I am proud today. I said that and I listen. I feel so great to know that we could come out. Everybody now could come out in all the numbers. We have to stand up for our rights in this country, right? Because if we don't stand up, our generation to come wouldn't have nothing. They have nothing. So we have to stand up for the children and everybody. So all you come out. You know, I will be there. I always there, and I will be there, right? So everybody come out. Bring out mommy, bring out granny. Everybody come out, because we're doing the right thing. Because we just know if the PNM had to come back, you know what's going on? We'll end up underneath, because it has nothing here again, nothing for us. Only look, open all your eyes and see what's going on in this country. See what's happening in this country. This country is destroying going down to the dogs, or you open all your eyes and wake up. Wake up, Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice, nice. Oh boy, oh boy. All you know, I like to know everything what's going on down there in Grandy. The fellow will call and say that the old people fall and however it go. Could you please call back the program? I want back your number, so I'll put you on to Arnold Jutaram. I did mention what it is you think there, and he was, as I told you, was unaware of any hole or any issue with any way that had anything to damage any old people or however it go. So call back, I'll organize and put you on to Arnold Jutaram there in the Grandy Corporation, and they will deal with this situation because it's about protecting our senior citizens or people on the road, bystanders on the road, from getting injured anyway. We all know how the PNM is starving the UNC corporations for resources. They ain't getting them nothing. They had to be technically begging for things. So be patient. That is PNM strategy for all you to get fed up and say, hey, this one ain't doing this and that one ain't doing that. In order for them to stay there and continue doing what we're doing, we say this local government elections is a referendum on this government, on how it operates with us in the last 8 years. The administrating of the referendum will be starting on the 27th of June this month here, Tuesday, Queen's Park, Savannah, opposite Napa, North Grandstand area. It have real parking for all our car. All you watch me, all you have to pay for no car park. All you be parking in the Savannah. It's a public place. Let me see if they go play the playing chains to lock up there on a day where people just going there for a public meeting in a public place. After hearing Justice, call his name, what he said his name again, Lennox Smith? Justice, I go remember it now. Let me. Ricky? What is his name again, Lennox Smith?
Justice Ricky.
Justice Ricky. Rahim. Justice Ricky Rahim. And to the family members that knows Justice Ricky Rahim, tell them kudos to him. And the people of Trinidad and Tobago endorse his judgment. We love him and we care about him giving us that empowerment when it comes to our rights. And to many of you who have family members that are judges, make sure let them know to look onto the Ground Report, and the people of Trinidad and Tobago needs their support. Do that. All that is influence, all that is protest in a kind of way, the same way Rowley them can influence this, influence that, influence the police commissioner, influence the EBC, influence all you have family members that all they can influence too, for we can get a better Trinidad and Tobago. Morning caller, where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report? Where Bonifacio wanted to call in there. Oh boy, Bonifacio Villalva. Come now, man. Come in. Oh boy. Don't be too long. Let me take a call by the time. Morning caller.
Yeah, pleasant morning to the Ground Report. Ground Report, we to the people and power to the people. Yeah, the protest man.
Protest man, how you feel this morning, partner?
Gosh, I feel so good. I feel so great that the law, the judges are standing up now for the people of this country. You know, so I would like to get a copy of it. You tell Lennox to keep a copy.
Yeah, we had to have a copy there, so when the police them come, we present this and let them know why.
Yeah, oh gosh, people, I want to thank the judge, Mr. Ricky.
Yes, Ricky.
Yeah, I want to thank him.
Nice.
For standing up for the justice of the people, for giving them the fundamental rights, the sentimental rights.
Thank you very much, protest man, and we look forward to seeing you June the 27th, 11 a.m., Queen's Park, Savannah. Push back the finals. Push back the people power. Push back whatever you want to dub it. Just remind the people it. And it have been long. It have been long since COVID to now. Not even the unions are shaking this place. Not even the unions stand up for the rights of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. But the people is standing up for the rights of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Let's go to the lines. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the ground report? Don't forget the access phrase.
Good morning, Andy.
Hey,
Lennox.
Miss Balmain,
all
man.
of you guys.
Yes,
I've
Miss
been trying to
Balmain.
get on for a while, but I have not been able to. But today I got through. Thank the Lord for that. Because I had so many things to say over the days because there were so many.
I will say, run through your things and then you have to say, man, from what you missed.
So let me go quick. Let me be quick. Well, Tuesday, 27th June, Queen's Park, Savannah, at 11 a.m. Please ensure that you are there together with your friends, your family, well-wishers, everyone. This is us. We are doing this firstly for ourselves, then for the children to come, or the young ones right now. Thirdly, for our beloved country. And if we don't do it, who will? We can't blame someone else. We have the chance now to do it, and we have the choice to make. So please, I am imploring everyone listening this morning to get to the Savannah on the 27th. Be there, and please be counted.
Walk with your ambulance. Not even rain must stop us. The media must see all of that. Walk with all the ambulance. Nothing must stop us.
No, we must have the biggest turnout ever in the pushback.
This must be the biggest turnout.
Exactly, the biggest number and more, and we must have new followers, new ones, because I know we do have some, and we need you to be there because the numbers will tell a story that we are strong and we are powerful and we need to be heard, and you need to act. You, the government, need to act because we are not going to sit down like others and take what is happening in our country because our rights are being removed daily. Democracy is no more. It's a dictatorship. We don't have a voice to say or do anything, but we do in the ground report. And this is why this forum, God bless everyone who is associated with this program. Because of you all, we are able to articulate our views and we are able to speak out against the ills that are plaguing the country. When you talk about vehicles maintenance, I heard you, Andy, talking about your situation. Everybody has to be spending money on upgrade and upkeep of vehicles. Tires go in, shocks go in, you name it. Everything is, you have to be changing
boy, so
all the time.
true. And you had to do it before the license officers and them go and take points from you.
Exactly.
What really them doing, we boy?
It's pressure, it's just punishment. And look, last night I heard they are coming now. We are being told, think about it, it is going to come. Inheritance tax. So if you have something that your parents or uncle or aunt or grandmother or whoever gave to you, before you can get that for yourself, you have to pay taxes, and the figure they are looking at is 25% of whatever you get.
But how them only aiming to milk the people so everything is just poor people? We have nothing. Yeah, boy.
This is a taxing government. They're taxing us till we going crazy. Madman is, yeah, we're really going crazy. This is not acceptable. But on the other hand, you are spending millions of dollars on bringing foreigners here for a joyride. 2 went already. A third one is coming. I hear it's a whole week long celebrating the 50th anniversary of CARICOM. What rubbish. What that has to do with us suffering in this country. I mean, this is really too much. Too much. And we are the government. We need to get that in our heads. And fear must not enter our minds. We must go there brave and united and fight. It's a battle. This is a battle we are in right now. And we need to be strong, and we need to be united, and we need to follow our leaders in terms of our pushback, because we are able to speak with you all, like the gentleman this morning has an idea that he wants to share with you. So you all don't go there on your own and come up with things. You have the support of the group, and that is important. You are listening to us. So do have a blessed day. I mean, we can go on, and I don't want to be longer, but I'm glad that I had the opportunity to speak this morning. Thank you, guys, and continue doing the great job that you all are doing. You are giving knowledge to people. You are showing the light. You are like a beacon so that others can follow. Thank you. God
Thank
bless.
you, and let me say a pleasant good morning one time to Baby. Yes. I doubt she will be able to make that date. But, oh God, a pleasant good morning to you, baby. And my good friend up there in Vancouver. A pleasant good morning to you. Let me say a pleasant good morning to one of the families that now have a panel van full in it. When we are pushed back, a panel van, the man organizing. You know. I want to know who's that? Come in with that full, you know. Ravi, aka Postman.com. Kavika, mommy, daddy, all of you, brother, sister, all of you that this come out. Hey, I must also acknowledge Friday gone there. Yes, I'm gonna go to my phone. This is very important, Trinidad and Tobago. Friday gone, remember, as I told you all, some people is lock on to the radio sometimes, some don't lock on sometimes. And we did have people, right? We did have people that was by Express House. Yes, we had people by Express House. Friday going down there by Express House waiting for us. I'm just looking for that because they did call. And I said, no, I wasn't listening. Everything get pushed off. We move on the 27th. They said, well, they wasn't listening for. So that's why from now, and that's why the password, the access rate is important to everybody. When you get in at every minute and making the contributions, let them know. Push back the biggest ever will be taking place. Ground Zero, Queen's Park, Savannah, opposite Napa. It's a real parking in the Savannah. We'll have people in the likes of Anderson Wilson and many other people guiding the cars to go in. We'll have Pastor John there. We'll have Iman Kazim there. Hey, Iman Zaid, a pleasant good morning to you. Hey, not forgetting my good friend from Tunapuna, Raul and Alicia, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. Chinese, watchmates, everybody had to meet. Everybody. I look forward to seeing Victor Roberts. I'll be calling you this 1 year. We must send that message. We must make all the news as we did during the COVID, when our people back was against the wall and we came out and we stand up. Trinidad and Tobago.
What? This hour?
Now out of the COVID, we have a grand opportunity. Oh God, this come in all kind of ways. And when he come and give you opportunity, let us don't ignore Almighty God.
Stand your ground. Push back. Stand your ground. Push back.
The first pushback outside of the COVID. Oh God, I hope all you're feeling like me. If all you're feeling like me right now, it's because all you already acknowledge and make up all your mind. If God spare life, that all you're showing all yourself in the numbers, we have to.
Stand your ground. Push back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
I feel the Holy Spirit in the message that Lennox Smith and Justice Ricky sent to us. I feel the goodness in a pushback outside of the COVID by. I see the people coming out in their thousands because they have a point to prove. Bonifacio Villalva, why you keep hanging up? Oh, you're there. Morning to you. Where you calling from? What's
Pleasant, good morning. Pleasant, good morning.
Go ahead. You say you wanted to talk to us this morning.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago, Pleasant, good morning.
But I really think, between me and you, I really think, that is just a suggestion, what you may want to talk about this morning, based on what it is Lennox Smith throughout or however it go, it may end up a half and half. It may end up in, you know, it have an old saying, it have a time and place for everything, and you don't want your message to be lost. And then what you talked to me yesterday about, I believe, but as a man of my word, I said, well, all right, that is how I am, but I just will give you advice. I believe that the message at this point in time, knowing what Lennox Smith thing there, knowing that the hype is push back the finals, push back the people, push back Queen's Park Savannah, push back the UN building, push back United States Embassy, push back, and it's up to you. But you could either join, you could either, but again, you as a man was in media.
Right. I want to also say the access phrase, pushback Tuesday, 27 June, 11 a.m. Queen's Park, Savannah.
Yes, go ahead,
I am elated by hearing that news this morning where Lennox Smith read. Now, however, I am aware of it, but of course, the powers that be were actually suppressing the people by using the act. Because you see, a lot of people don't even buy the Constitution and know the individual rights. More than that, in the government printry, there are so many acts that you can buy and learn of your individual rights and so on, and it's very cheap and so much information you gather from that, and a lot of people choose not to do that by educating themselves. Hence the reason why the police could do whatever they want by them, and they are not cognizant of the fact of their individual rights. However, what we spoke about yesterday, just want to say that this Thursday, we are launching a political party, and I'm saying we because there's a few of us. And what is happening is that that party is not just formed, and the name is new, but that organization was formed 20 years ago, and it's already in the Hansard in Parliament. So it's not just a new party, and what we are espousing is constitutional reform, among other things. So you will hear more of it in the electronic and print media after Thursday. What I'm saying is that, for me, you know me, I have been a man, I have a heart for the people from ever since. I've sent you several videos, Trinidad and Tobago, the nation have so. I continue to do
the man is a patriot. Bonifacio Villalva is a patriot, a hard worker. The man always working. I just got a lot of videos checking out poor people, helping poor people, doing what they had to do. But you go ahead, my brother.
There is another video will be done today out of the young man who was well, he had an operation on scoliosis and osteoporosis. Otto Carrington with the reporter. That was done last year. But however, his operation was paid for by corporate Trinidad and Tobago. And today he's out of the hospital. He's doing fine and so on. And that is the same gentleman who wants to be a pilot, and he has 12 trophies. A young man, just 19 years. So I'm doing a video with him showing Trinidad and Tobago his development, and it actually is a thank you video thanking Trinidad and Tobago for their support. It's important. So that at the end of the day, I continue to work to help people on the ground to do whatever is necessary, because you see, a lot of politicians, and before I go, does not have a heart in terms of for the people. Now, if you have a heart and understand poverty and understand what people go through, you will be a different politician. But a lot of them does not understand poverty and does not understand the struggles.
But between me and you, Bonifasto Villalva, I believe they do understand. But somehow, boy, and that is where I and all want to be put under that test, because I think that something wrong, and I want to be like Jesus. Yeah. We die on the cross of people. Meaning, that's why I want the opportunity to run for a seat, win the seat, end up in government, and see if I in government and people around me and this big shot calling and this one, if I go just turn out like them boy and just forget the people boy. I don't think I can do that.
But Andy, the modus operandi in Trinidad, which is a Trinidadian culture, which is not mine because I espouse the foreign culture and live by it, is proactiveness. The problem is proactiveness in this country. In other words, like for instance, the floods and so on. If we are proactive continuously, we will minimize flood tremendously, but it's reactiveness only when something happens we decide to act. And this is the problem in this country. I love Mr. Austin Jack Warner, when he said if you're getting something in 2 weeks' time, you could rest on that, you're getting that, that is called proactiveness. Because of his international experiences, he conducts himself in that manner. And it's the same way I conduct myself, because when you have proactiveness, in other words, it's putting things in place long before it happens. And unless we get away from this reactiveness, when, in other words, the horse already out the stable and you're looking to catch the horse, it's more work. Why not keep the horse in the stable by having proactive measures so that the horse would not cost you, because it costs you in turn to go and retrieve the horse.
And when you do retrieve, and when you do, and Bonifasto, and when you do go to retrieve the horse, you realize the horse breeding for a donkey and not a horse.
Correct. You see, so at the end of it all, according to the lady, divine intervention really took place, because we have been praying for this in terms of divine intervention, and we know God answers prayer. At the end of the day, God is the defender of the poor, and he uses people, of course, to defend the poor. And when people cry out, crying is a language to God. God hears the cry and answer, because that's the boss. He's the one that set up and he's the one that bring down. But we the people also have a part to play. In other words, faith without works is dead. So we got to do what we got to do with his help and direction. So Andy, thanks for the time this morning, and you have a good one.
And we look forward to your political party launch and however, whatever, as you say, we'll have a lot of things that will come to the table. Everybody in Trinidad and Tobago looks forward for that. At the end of the day, everybody have a right to support whoever they want. Well, everybody don't know where my support lies, but that don't means that anybody else had to be support had a lie where my own lie. Right? So, again, correct. We look forward to the updates of your launch of the political party.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem, my brother. I'm not taking no more calls right now. I want to make an important quick call there because we need some updates, something that we have to keep on it from burner, where many of us, and one of the reasons why many of us supposed to be coming out June the 27th, I tell you, I'm calling everybody, I'm calling Victor Roberts, I'm calling this one, I'm calling the first wave movement, everybody, hey, all you, let everybody put our differences aside and let me send a very, 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 very serious message. Very serious one. Under the context of we going to deliver letter. Public meeting in a public place and we just go and deliver letter. We not no match. This is a very serious thing. Ain't taking no more calls yet. I'll make a call here. Right? Because we need to be updated about this 900 and something million. Oh God boy. 900 and something million, you know. US people flooding, people do have jobs, people shock busting with bad road, the people can't get medication, but nothing working, and call them in birth, throw away, and then turning out to give you taxes, and then you heard what Miss Balmain just said. So you understand the importance of this pushback, and you all showing yourself in your numbers again. And I look forward to after nomination day, which is the 26th nomination, that all councillors, even PNM councillors or candidates to be that will be contesting the seats, that you all join us to asking for international observers, election observers, and which comes with the many other things and many other letters besides that we going and deliver. It is very important, Trinidad and Tobago. Make it a date. We can't be losing and suffering more than we suffering already. Oh God, just one day in the calendar and only go see what numbers this do to our government. Trust me. All you go see what numbers go do to bias PNM media. They go hot up and they go hot a flame. And they go hot up. All you go see. Anyhow, this next topic is a very, very important one. Because that 900 and something million US dollars could have done so much that the 4% that the public servants and all had to get and they still can't get. It could have helped in all them directions. 900 and something million could have opened back Petro train. It could have opened back, fixed back all modern back Petro train refinery in about 2 years, and we up and running again where we will be energy efficient. 900 only $1 billion US dollars, you know, almost, you know. Oh God! But who better to break this down to you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago? And why I like him is because he have a big mouth like me. And I thought people don't like people that they talk loud as the witch in parliament. But he learn and he just slow down. Like me, sometimes I go slow down, I go take my time. But I'm telling you, he's one of the best. Is one of the best. Arnold Roberts, a pleasant good morning to you, Senator Arnold Roberts. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Good morning. Good morning, Andy. Good morning to the ground report. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to all the fathers who will be celebrating Father's Day this coming Sunday. Fathers are critically important to the future of the nation. Let me first of all discuss a little matter. I am an ardent listener of the ground report. And the previous caller and your good self, you all make some generalizations that kind of hurt, they hit in the heart of certain people. You all make generalizations that politicians have no heart, and politicians, when they get in power, they don't care about the people and so on. I take great offense to that, because let me tell the previous caller, when I had the honor and privilege to be the member of parliament for Dabadi O'Meara and the Minister of Sport, when you hear Rowley and all these people attacking live sport was 200 million a year directed at the poorest of the poor to give young black boys an opportunity to get put down the gun, to put away the criminality, to build their self-esteem, to make way for the lack of parenting, to guide them, to find their talent, put $1,500 a month in their pocket, to get them ID and bank account, to give them 2 meals per day, 5 days a week, to ensure that they will not kill out each other. In 2 years, only 2 fellas out of 2,378 were killed. The reason that the Life Sport program was attacked by PNM was that it was Indian and black people coming together. And once Indian and black people in Trinidad and Tobago come together and show love, the PNM is no more. When I was Minister of Sport, I increased funding for people, for children, from 10 million a year to 140 million a year, where every single little group who having a sports day or a little club or coach doing work in every nook and cranny could get equipment, could get uniforms, could get boots. While I was Minister of Sport, I put on camps in Easter and summer for over 21,000 children, giving them the opportunity to advance discipline and enjoy their talent and a healthy lifestyle. I did over 89 grounds for the people of Trinidad and Tobago so they can exercise and enjoy their community in great spirit. I put funding for coaches and across the board boxing program internationally with heart and soul to give opportunities for those children in school, to give them some equity to ensure that the gap between the rich and the poor will be shortened. So don't lump me in no politicians have no heart. I find all your fast and outer place. If all you want to say who have no heart, say Rowley have no heart. He cut everything. He cut UTT. He cut custard. He cut school feeding. He closed down THTTI. He closed down nursing school. He closed down MIC centers. He closed down NESC centers. Put blame where blame is and don't generalize. Now, thank you, sorry, because that is hurt when I say that. 913 million US disappears from your funds, from your money. 6.2 billion TT dollars. And not a word from Coleman, but he comes out now to say the report was 8 months old and 9 months old. Then why he didn't come out 9 months ago and tell us that the management, the mismanagement, the stupidity, the lack of brain of the PNM people put in charge of overseeing our money, the savings of our children was being battered. Investments are about intelligence and brilliance, monitoring the markets and making adjustment to mitigate against losses. Yes, it's a long-term investment, but never before in the history, in the 15, 18 years since the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, has it ever made a loss? And then on top of that, a whopping loss. And Coleman but comes to tell us that the Heritage and Stabilization Fund right now stands at the same point it was as Kamala left it in September 2015. Imagine a man is trying to boast of his achievement being zero. Because over the last 8 years, if you check the average between 2007, 3 years of Manning, and then 5 years of Kamala, 5 years and 5 months, the average growth in the Heritage and Stabilization Fund over that period would have been upwards of 200 to 300 million US per year. So really and truly, the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, if the PNM had some modicum of intelligence, should have grown by upwards of 2.4 billion US. But Coleman but says that he did good because it stayed at zero.
Senator?
Yes.
Senator Mikey K here. President, good morning. Yeah, you
good
mentioned
morning,
something
Mikey.
before. You mentioned something before, and I don't want the listening public to just simply pass over that. You mentioned as far as the trends, because when these things are invested, you have 3 different trends: short, intermediate, and long term. Now, in the heights of the pandemic, Rowley came to us and told us about every trend that was taking place in every metropolitan city across the world as far as whatever changes was made to COVID. Now, whose responsibility was it to keep an eye on these funds, to keep abreast of the market trends, whether it be quarterly or yearly reviews of the fund's performance? Who dropped the ball on this entirely that wasn't macroing our money, but was telling us what they're macroing across the world when it came to the pandemic?
The short answer is the Honorable Minister of Finance, the Honorable Colmin Butt, the member for Diego Martin Northeast, Keith Christopher Rowley, and the Cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago. They are charged with the responsibility. They select members of the board based on merit. But you see, the problem with the PNM is the PNM, it has an aversion to merit. They don't want a merit list for Commissioner of Police. They want a puppet. They don't want a merit to appoint a president. They want a puppet. They don't want merit in scholarships. They move it to bursaries. They don't want merit in the workplace and those who are intelligent to get the job. They don't use merit to choose cabinet ministers. You have an engineer as Minister of Finance. You had a dunce, Al-Rawi, as Attorney General. You find a bigger dunce who is lying now in AG Limo. You have a man who could not even pass a pharmacological exam as the Minister of Health, and the list goes on and on. It was the responsibility of the PNM to monitor and mitigate. The point about investments is that you learn and you see what is going to happen. You study and you look at trends and you make adjustments. So even if you get a loss, it is not a whopping $1 billion US loss disappearing from the lives and the hearts of the future generations of Trinidad and Tobago. And with this big bungle, this big gaffe, they are still arrogant. I have never seen such failures as human beings. People who are incompetent, people who lack creativity and intelligence, but have an abundance of arrogance. It is an amazing phenomenon that only occurs in the corrupt tower of Balize House that's being constructed by donors who are in receipt of government contracts.
Wow. But not only that, what makes it scary too is that he held on for this for months. And things like this similar play out in places like Barbados, where the information about the economy was not forthcoming that led to austerity measures. This is scary when a government is hiding from you the real status of the economy.
Mikey K, you hit the nail on the head, because the Express editorial all of a sudden 2 days ago says that secrecy is horrendous. Secrecy is terrible. But the Express did that in relation to an allegation of something done at the heliport by the Coast Guard with a migrant young woman. But you see, the Express is disingenuous, because Rowley's government has been the secrecy government, the non-disclosure agreement document government, the secret negotiation with Venezuela, the Delcy Rodriguez land during a pandemic with permission from the PNM Minister, Stuart Smallpin Young, the negotiation for vaccination secret, the negotiation for gas secret, Houston oil price, gas price negotiation secret, NGC throwaway 233 million secret. Everything for Rowley with your money is a secret. So now when they lost money and they do not come to you and tell you what is taking place, it is the height of dishonesty, and they must go. Anybody who is supportive of someone keeping your money, doing with it what they want, stealing it, flitting it away and losing it, and you are okay with that, and you are telling them, go ahead, manage my savings, please. Something is wrong with you. The PNM must be rejected even by PNM people, because you cannot think about if you have a little savings account in a credit union, a bank, an investment bank, a merchant bank or something, and these people are investing your money and they give you no monthly statement. When you call them, you can't get an answer. They don't return your call. You're online, you go on the website's sticking, and you have no idea doing with your money? Would you leave your money in that bank or in that institution? No, you would move it forthwith. The PNM must be removed forthwith.
So truth. And to see Mr. Senator Arnold Roberts, that they come in after 9 months, he say well it's gone so long and ain't give account to nearly $1 billion US. Then they come in to put the press property tax. Everything is to raise traffic offenses. Just everything just to make money on the people, and that's why we are telling the people, Senator Arnold Roberts, the day of nomination is Monday the 26th of this month, June. The next day after is Tuesday the 27th, and we are asking people, especially after Lennox Smith break down what Justice Ricky said based on our rights, and all of us coming together with a public meeting, having to dress in form a day before our public meeting. We are saying that people have to come down the road there for all of that too. Queen's Park, Savannah, Ground Zero, all your final pushback. Do it in peace, in person. Let Rowley see all in person. Bet all it bottom dollar. That man go shake. So all of you, the people who protesting for the bad roads of Manzalena, where they spend 30 million or so, but it's just normal filling and not even sell bitumen pitch. They use we million, but they spend that kind of money. Understand? The elections, we don't trust them. We see for ourselves, Trinidad and Tobago. This Rowley and the EBC is friend. We want observers in the local government elections because we want to set a precedent from now that for the general elections that we have observers too, and we have to. So look at what Senator Arnold Roberts is breaking down for you, the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Look at the angle Mikey K take and always takes. Look at what Lennox Smith bring to you all on the table. Look, you all have an advance date in where it have about 2 weeks again. What could keep all your back from taking all your money out of the credit union that ain't giving account to you all of how they're spending all your money? Nah. I rest my case. Mikey, Anil, all your God brothers.
Let me just say before I go, Andy Williams, let me just let people know that in order to have Keith Rowley as the Prime Minister of this country rather than Kamla Persad-Bissessar, if you are considered a middle-class, middle-income family, you are paying upwards of $65,000 to $90,000 out of your own pocket to have Rowley there rather than Kamla. Think about that for a second. Per year, you are paying, you are dipping in your pocket, going and take your checkbook, put in your debit card, and paying the PNM and Rowley $60,000 to $90,000 annually if you are a middle income family of 4. Let me give you an idea of what. Your fuel subsidy, you would have 2 cars, and under Kamla, you would pay per year about $12,000 less in fuel for your 2 cars alone. You would have gotten a laptop or 2 for your 2 children. That would have been $12,000. You would not have to pay online tax and VAT on 7,000 goods. So your grocery bill would have been at least $700 to $1,000 less per month under Kamla. And then the list goes on, and now they're going to add property tax where you have to pay as a middle income, middle house owner $2,700 to $3,500 per year to keep Rowley as the Prime Minister rather than Kamla. If you had a child who needed to go to university, you would have gotten Gate under Kamla, $726 million as opposed to $300 million. You now have to find that money for yourself. You are paying Rowley $60,000 $80,000 to $90,000 out of your salary to keep him in office as opposed to Kamala. Or you really love Rowley that much? Let that soak in. And if you are a lower income family and you're now nearly below the poverty rate, you are paying at least $20,000 to $35,000 per year because of lack of social development funding, salaries reaching late, food price inflation, no agricultural policy, increased taxi fares. If you're a fisherman, no regular gas. Just to keep Rowley there? What Rowley have so? What all your life so that you have to pay so much money to keep Rowley as Prime Minister for him to cuss you, buff you, and lie to you? People, oh Lord, tell me my people could think out things for themselves. Anytime it name vote, this election is a referendum. Vote out Rowley and everything. He feel he has for the Spain, Diego Martin, Arima, Point Martin, unlock. Vote them out, let them know, let the PNM go into the political cemetery and then cremate them on top of the coffin. God bless, Ground Report. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Go ahead, Mikey K. It's all about June 27th, Queen's Park, Savannah. Go ahead, my brother.
You're picking me up clearly, right?
Loud and clear.
Nice, nice. Okay, thank you so much, my brother Andy Pitbull Williams. Morning to you, Lennox Smith. And thanks for breaking that down for us earlier. And of course, thank you to Senator Anil Roberts. According to Oropouche West MP Dave Tanku, who's also the Shadow Finance Minister on UNC, he said when the Heritage and Stabilization Fund was doing well, Minister Imbert would rush to take credit. After shamelessly keeping the report to himself for more than 5 months before laying it in Parliament, Colm Imbert refuses to take blame for the fund's collapse. As a result of the PNM government's remarkable ineptitude, you cannot have it both ways, Minister Imbert. And that is so correct. You can't, because for the last 8 years, we've been hearing about blame Kamala, blame Kamala, blame Kamala. But when it comes to the fact of the matters of how it is our economy is being run and the performance of this fund, this was something that was going to be the best kept secret. And that is how this government has been performing behind closed doors, in shady areas, in dark alleys. It has never been about transparency, and it certainly has never been about accountability. You have an opportunity now, come Tuesday, June 27, to show that you really and truly do not trust these people. You can't tell me that nobody was keeping abreast of the market trends. They could tell you where the monkey do this. They could tell you who need grooming. They could tell you all that nastiness, all that vile talk that for some convenient reason never hears coming from the mouth of the Prime Minister. They told us about what city was doing what with COVID and what metropolitan city was doing this and opening. They told us about all the trends when it came to the pandemic, but nobody was macroing the market trends to see the quarterly reviews of this fund's performance. Nobody was communicating with the fund managers. Nobody was looking to see when these banks that was going down in the US and other parts of the world was throwing up red flags. Nobody found out whether it was a direct hit on the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. So again, if this government does not know, how can they lead? And if they cannot lead, how can they govern? So you have to understand your responsibility. Come Tuesday, June 27 at 11 a.m., ground zero, we return. You have to understand the importance. Are you ready?
The lines are open, Trinidad and Tobago. The numbers to call 229-0251, 229-0251, or 239-5120, 239-5120. Or give us a WhatsApp call at 366-3053. 366-3053.
They want you to downplay that, downplay it, and the $913.5 million US, equivalent to $6.26 billion gone. That gone. And when you have no plan, no idea to generate money, you turn to us. You put us under pressure. The fact that there are people jumping our walls, taking things from our property, violating our women, doing all kinds of things and snuffing out our life, you still want us to dip deeper in that pocket, deeper in that purse, to give you our last our last, because you have no plan to run this country. My gosh!
Stand your ground. Push back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Don't forget to send your voice notes. WhatsApp. We will play that after we go for the break. But we taking the calls and only make it short and sweet, please. Morning caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution this morning?
Good morning, Pitbull. I'm calling from California, Door Village.
Go ahead, Door Village, California. Don't forget the access phrase.
Boy here, boy.
Go ahead, boy. Give me the access phrase. Get Trinidad and Tobago the access phrase, and that's where we go.
All roads lead to Queen's Park Savannah on the 27th. Just as they see the flood in Barraco and the south, we must flood that Savannah. It mustn't have room. Let Rowley get that message in the back of his head. That man have everybody life miserable. And it's time to stop it. And I thank the Ground Report for their voice. All of us will be there. I will be there too. Thank you, Ground Report.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Understanding what Tuesday, June 27 means to you. Understand that. You entire people running your business to the ground. Imagine if you had a parlor and somebody come and do this kind of thing. You're vexed, you're upset. If a woman spend $1 and she hide the receipt, you want to play doing all kind of violent things. But a man take with money, and with money gone, and there's nobody to help hold accountable. Nobody was macroing the performance of our money, but they could tell us where COVID is. They could tell us what we need to do. They could tell us what's going on in Canada and New York and all these cities, but you couldn't tell us about the fact that we're losing money. It's time to lose this government. This government itself has to go. It has failed us. It has given nothing to us. It hasn't elevated our lives. And come Tuesday, with the last will, with your last sense of understanding, you have to put some wheels on your heels and come to the Queen's Park Savannah. Forget about who don't like who and who ain't think who, and stop toting and start voting and start moving. It's time to move out this government. Are you ready?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Stand your ground. Push back.
Oh boy. Next caller, morning caller. Where are you calling from? Don't forget the access phrase.
Calling from St. Anne's, 1 Rose Liter Ground Zero, Queen's Park, Savannah, June 27, 11 a.m. I just want to thank you guys for going over that major loss, because I listened to the press conference and the guy came across saying that, meaning the Minister of Finance, he literally said that the fund was at this level and now it's at this level. There was no loss. So I am in shock, because if it really had a loss, and he's saying they do have a loss, goes to show the level of lies they're willing to tell the public to make themselves look good. Really in shock right now.
Wow. Power to the people! Power to the people! June 27, Ground Zero, Queen's Park, Savannah. Tuesday, 11 a.m. Push back. Whatever you decide you want to push back, that's what it is. Morning caller, where are you calling from? What's your contribution to the Ground Report this morning? Access phrase.
Gentlemen, all lead to Queen's Park, Savannah, 27th of June. We have to get that Jumbie Rowley out and his bunch of liars, stink liars. We want them out. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you very much. Good morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution to the Ground Report this morning? Access phrase.
The 27th of June. All roads lead to Queen's Park, Savannah, near the paddock and the open Baba Green. Andy and Lennox, Mikey, Cuff, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning. It's time we tell Rowley, we know for we, the people. We know for we, Rowley. Rowley asking we to come and give you now. We don't have to give you the richness. We are the poor people don't have to uplift ourselves and come out of poverty. And if we want an explanation to Trinidad and Tobago, when we vote and we put the UNC in the corporation, we will be better managed. Because you see, for the last 3 years, what India did us and stifle us of funds. So when we in control, we could give accountability to the people. And our political leader is doing that every form and fashion. And the ground report is exposing the PNM every God make day. And this is why you just get this kind of mischief in your finance when you move a competent central bank governor who have a good degree of understanding in managing finances, and they put a quick because they want to lose money, just like the $22 billion in COVID disappear. Then just make everything disappear. And just imagine a man is taking holiday. And this is economic mismanagement. We have to follow the money. And then the Cornerstone and Jamaica Bank, NCB intend to lost asset and money and all to check it and see. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, caller. All you feeling it? All you, this is it. Oh God, boy, this is it. Mikey.
Final countdown. Final countdown, my brother. This is it.
Final.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, caller. Where are you calling from?
27th, Queen's Park, Savannah, 11 a.m. We will be there to stop the ground report for the stupidity they are doing. Great is the PNM. Great, and we will prevail.
All right. I'm glad you're ready. I'm glad you're ready with the defense, man. That's what it's all about. We love the challenge, you know. We love the challenge. Thank you so much. Who's outside there? Don't worry about that. You gotta give way for those on medication too. Go ahead.
What? This hour?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Stand your ground. Push back. Stand your ground. Push back.
Oh boy, the lines are open. It look like everybody know the access phrase. Everybody know where we heading. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, the Bellman Maruga. 27th of this month here, JUNE, we will meet at the Queen's Park Oval. Guaranteed.
Savannah, not Oval.
Sorry, the Savannah. We will meet there. Andy, Lennox, Mikey, I want to be short. Hear me. I can see clearly now the amount of lies and distress they have put this country into. Remember the man say he can see clearly now that what? Something is turning around the economy. But I can see now. Once I was blind, but now I can see clearly now that the country is in a great distress. PNM, we must move them now and forever. Move them off the map.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Morning, caller. Go ahead, caller.
Ground Report, Tunapuna here. All roads lead to the Queen's Park Savannah, June 26th, Tuesday at 11 a.m.
27 Tuesday, that nothing. Go ahead, Mr. Tunapuna.
If I had a crawl, Andy, in spite of my health, I will be there. Brother, I give you that assurance, regardless of what. I hope that all those people from the people who work have been threatened by the Inland Revenue, the Revenue Authority, the customs workers, the Inland Revenue workers, all those workers that carried out, all people who suffering, not getting proper water. And look at this flooding thing, that all these things, people all you. This entails all you to come out there, you know. All your children suffering. Look at what happened with these children. Couldn't even go to write the exams. And the ministry even come out and make a statement as related to that. What happened to all the government assistance with the army trucks and all these people, Neymar and all of them, to assist these people and them? Nothing, they were marooned. It's private people had to come to the rescue, see if they could drop some of those children to go and take the exam and so. But Andy, I want to tell you something. This is not just an ordinary thing, a demonstration. This is a referendum. And I tell you what, a referendum in the sense that if we get about 200,000 people, because people suffering, and then with all these taxes and all these things that the hardship, you're hearing about a new inheritance fund by Kamla and them that they want to tax people who can own something, but if their parents pass it on to them, they want to tax them on that. This could be a referendum to tell the government, call a holy blasted election. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this too as well. In the parliament, Wade Mark asked Imbot about this thing, because remember the Swiss bank that was shut down in America, and Wade Mark was asking Imbot what happens to our money there that is being invested there. And he tell Wade Mark, what you are an alarmist, or let's say a hypocrite, and all kind of, how he describe Wade Mark. The UNC is this and that and all kind of thing. And there's no need to worry and all kind of, hear the description he gave the UNC when they were asking about the taxpayers' money invested in this Swiss bank. And today we come and see that everything, that what it costs in it. And these people have to be taken to court, for mismanagement the economy by forces shutting down petrol trains. And then all the other mismanagement of funds that they squandered and they cannot account for.
Thank you very much, my brother Tunapuna. Don't give me too much today. We want everybody. Are you feeling it? Go ahead,
Andy,
Mikey.
What Tunapuna was talking about there is a serious thing. You go feel it, Trust me, you go feel it in your pocket. Inheritance tax. That's right, inheritance tax. In the UK alone, inheritance tax is 40%. Only people exempt is the royals. So my friend, they will milk us dry. Who's on the outside?
Good morning, caller. Make it short and sweet. Let us know where you're calling from, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you the access phrase. Go ahead, my brother.
Queen's Park, Savannah. Right? We are going to stop you all because you know why? It had a big meeting yesterday in San Fernando, the PNM, and obviously the people came out to support. This is the PNM country, and we will stay there.
All right, okay. Thanks a lot.
Why, that's good. I making entertainment of them, Mikey.
Yes,
yeah, you know why?
That's good.
The fact they come out so Mikey like nanny flies, you know, we getting some way. We reaching some way. They're feeling it too. And hear what? Them coming out to Mako to see how much people really come out. That's how dread it is. Yeah.
You hear him stumbling over the words because the script shaking in his hand and he's scared. First time doing this. And they tell him, hey, if you want to keep your walk in him. And last time, it had a big meeting in San Fernando. Scared first time. He's our first timer, but that's all right. There are many more like you from that PNM cult who does this job on a daily basis. So welcome, my friend. Welcome to the Ground Report. And all who was there last night in San Fernando, bring them down on the 27th of June. So you're going to have something else to talk about. Who's on the outside?
Hey!
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
What? This hour?
Let's go ahead and get on to researcher too. So we take our next one. Go ahead and get on to researcher number one, boy. He on fire right now. Morning, caller.
Morning. All roads lead to Queen's Park, Savannah on the 27th. Andy, like all you open the gate, all them donkeys to come out, boy. Oh, Lord. I'm driving down the highway. I had to stop to see if I get in. But, Andy, what I want to talk to you about, we have to talk in person. You have to have a book to record what I'm telling you. So that's it out for now. All them animals running wild, them PNM animals. Sorry for them.
Morning, caller. Where you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Morning, calling from Galante. All road leads to Queen's Park, Savannah, 27th of June. I was first big up the Gandhi crew last night on the Monday Night Forum. They were welcome and well supported. Now, they talk about property tax. People are very scary about a property tax, boy. They mention about the vessel to protect the borders. We pack up like all them buses and the terminals. They can't repair nothing. What them really good for? Them is spendthrift. Them are not to raise funds. They are not to create jobs. Know how to make money. They don't spend money. I want to taxes the debt. People get scary about this property tax. People can't handle it, boy. No jobs, money. How you taxing people what? You according to the breakdown, they're going to sell out your property. So what are you living for in this country? But they're dead.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Morning, caller. Where are you calling from? What's your contribution on the Ground Report this morning?
Good morning, Andy. 7th of June, me and I'll be heading for the Queen Park Savannah. He's heading for the Queen Park Savannah. I clean my sneakers, they could come dirty, could come, all I could come. I heading for the Queen Park Savannah. And the jackass will now call it, and talk about the PNM, the greatest, UNC, the greatest.
Thank you very much. We're not about the tatini politics. We about we politics. Yeah, why? We are the government. We interest is Queen's Park Savannah, June 27, 11 a.m. opposite Napa, right by Grandstand. It's a real parking. Nobody can make an excuse why you're not there with us in person to send that very important message or to deliver those very important letters. Oh boy, researcher. Well, you know, we have Mikey K in studio, Lennox Smith, myself. Go ahead, my brother. Let us know what you have in store for us this morning.
What's up, boy? Tuna hit the nail on the head, boy. Tuna hit the nail on the head. We don't want to hear nothing about no TTRA, boy. I tell you, it have public officials could pick up the phone and press a button and do what they want right now in the Customs and Excise Division. Andy Williams, imagine, legal action has to be taken against a judge right now because she out of place. You are aware of that? You know that the judge that presided over the matter with the PSA and the TTRA scenario, that judge is none other. Now we could talk about his public information. This in the media. That judge is none other than the wife of Gilbert Peterson.
What?
The Prime Minister. Oh, you mean? That judge is the wife.
Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her. We want you clear. Yeah.
That is the wife of Gilbert Peterson SC, the boss man at that, the Prime Minister personal brethren, the Prime Minister neighbor at Inez Gate. You understand what I'm telling you here?
Loud and clear, but I hope the people understanding what research are telling them.
Yes, Gilbert by 2 townhouse in Inez Gate. Just like the Prime Minister family bought 2, he bought 1 and his daughter bought 1. The Prime Minister and his daughter both enjoyed $500,000 discounts across at Inez Gate. We hear Tuna Puna talking about the ridiculous investments made by this crazy Minister of Finance through First Citizens Investment Services with the people at Trinidad and Tobago money, Andy Williams. We talk about Barita Investments from day one. We say, Imbert, all you have to be stupid. Everybody across there have to be stupid to see this thing as a big bubble waiting to bust. To you go on and put all them hundreds of millions of Trinidad and Tobago dollars, millions of US dollars. You go on and invest in this Burrito thing. The only two shareholders who have significant investment there is Dotish FCB and Cornerstone themselves. And the money that FCB put in is more money than Cornerstone would have invested. I wonder if you understand why I'm telling you.
Researcher, just now. This what it is. You are talking here, so you keep it cool because you want everybody to understand. This what we are talking here. For the people that follow up the ground report every day, will remember how much months ago we told the people about all of this here on the ground report. You bring it to the table. You let them know. Remember, you was warning the people about the banks and why we watching outside and look what's going on and this and look what's happening today. So go ahead, break it down to them. Continue to break it down, but soft.
Rita share price that Imbert was boasting about reached in excess of $115 Jamaican per share. You know what it trading as of yesterday? You know what it trading as? $74. You hear what I now tell you? $74. That is a loss from the maximum price of $41 a share. You listening to what I'm telling you? 36+% from the maximum price that it reached. So for every $100 million that Trinidad and Tobago would have invested there, and Imbert boasting about market capitalization, and the market cap is how much, and we only invested this, and right now the shares is worth that. It is down to $74 a share and going down at lightning pace. Who going to compensate us for that? You coming to charge me property tax. But you are really mad now, boy. These two fellas, I don't know what to call them now. I don't know the word. Talk nothing about honorable day now. These two hoodlums stand up on a stage in August 2015, launching the manifesto. The reporters ask them, they say, hey, partner, we hear that if somebody or birdie tell we, if the PNM only make a bad joke and win in September, that they are bringing back the property tax. Two of them on the stage like two clowns. Hear them, yeah boy, nah. Let me take this. Hear the big man, let me take this. He jump out of himself. Yeah, I think it was Prakash Ramada who said that that if the PNM win, that we will bring back, hear the word he used, the dreaded property tax. This is the same Kid Rowley that was fighting Patrick Manning, fighting playing for poor people, fighting playing against 1%, fighting playing all kind of thing with Kolahat and all kind. This is the same Kid Rowley. Mama guy, man. People always stop being fooled now, boy. Oh, God. I beg you all here, boy. This man said this 2 weeks before the general election in 2015. 2 weeks. The man say that is the furthest thing from the truth. We ain't bringing no property tax. In the first budget in October, the man win for a month. The budget was the 5th. The man win on the 7th, boy. The man not in power for 1 whole month. The first budget, only go and pull it up. Budget statement for 2016 fiscal year. And you will see on the agenda property tax. And I come in to push this TTRA rubbish. You understanding what's going on here, boy? And people still standing up and believing this man, boy?
Let them know the importance. Let them know the importance at June the 27th.
27th, ground zero. It has nowhere else to be. This is madness, boy. This man coming to charge you property tax now for your landlord to raise your rent again. The landlord just waiting now.
Tell them the fallouts. Tell them when property tax, when you do it, because you're doing it, what will be all the fallouts that poor people will have, including your rent going and raise. including
people
food
can't
price.
lose their
Go
place,
ahead. Get them a breakdown quick.
People who have a property, own a property in their name, can't pay their bills, go in and lost the thing. All you had to understand where this whole financial scheme globally heading right now. Where people have to pay attention to what's going on. I come on and talk about a case called Foley versus Hill already, where your money in the bank is not yours. Try to show people them thing. It has hurt me because you just see people just oblivious and like they don't care. You understand? Not a US dollar you have in any bank account nowhere in Trinidad, either Tobago is insured. You have 20,000 US, you have nothing. The bank begging you to come and take a loan. You borrow money, you have to pay the mortgage. The bank come and crash. You have nothing. You could claim more than 125,000 if you had that. Then they go find all kind of reasons to mash up that 125. Time you get it back as paper money. It ain't nothing you could do with it after you line up all day. Down by the Deposit Insurance Corporation, down by Central Bank. You go in and lose your property from that angle. Because when your money that you have feeling, well, I go fall back on my money if I can't pay my loan. I go fall back on the money and pay off the loan. When that money gone, and you don't have no money to pay your installment, what going on happen with the asset the bank holding? It gone. So that is one way. And now these fellas coming with this property tax. Oh, $3 a day. What you worry about? It's the same price as a cigarette. You don't smoke a half pack in the day. Hey. Oh God, well, they complaining, Dr. Rowley only charging me $3. Other countries just pay their property tax and hush them out. Other countries don't have to hit pothole every day and bust tire and mash up rim and the Audi thing in there. Aha, yeah, you have a crack on your windscreen. Your tire have a thing. No, other countries ain't going through that. You understand? They're getting proper service, good governance, or I should say better governance. What we doing? These same two hoodlums is the ones who stand up on the stage and ball they never bring in property tax. But in the first mid-year review, Colin Mimbert had to recuse himself. He had to recuse himself from a cabinet decision prior to that mid-year review because something was put in place for people to be exempt with something called an extension was put in place. Let me be categorically correct.
Yeah.
An extension was put in place.
Yeah, so far. Yeah. As
an extension was put in place. And he also put in place a new term was crafted called multi-family residential units. Imbert come and build a 20 apartment, one of those in Newtown, Port of Spain, that he have questions
one of those
to answer
same
for.
multi-cultural,
yes, multi-family, multi-residential, multi-million dollar. He built that in Newtown, Port of Spain. Questionable land you had to answer for, Imbert. I didn't tell the people at Trinidad and Tobago. You tell the Senate. You and Farris tell the Senate. And you came out in the public and said it was 7.5 million you paid for the property. The 3 lots of land. You with your bold-faced self tell Senator Mark through the press conference that you never buy land. So we stupid. You build the 20 apartment complex on a company or you build it on land. You feel people stupid or? I just want to know what them media people and them be doing when them sit down in them press conference. Like them doesn't know what to ask you, boy. Them sit down there and you tell them, I don't know what Senator Mark talking about. I never buy land. I buy a company. You understand? And that is why I never pay the 7% stamp duty tax that all the previous owners who was transferring the land and the Mikey and Lennox in the land registry as normal people as do was paying the 7%. The how much 100,000 they was paying to transfer, like when my poor man partner had to pay the other day, you in them 30,000 and they charge him 1,500 late fee. Yeah, they know to run down poor man. They know to lock up the lawyer the other day and ball he on 9 voice. A property down in Westmoreland that's supposed to be 6 point something. He put it for 2 point something, like 3 million, half the price. And he owing, and they charge him how much? penalties and all, close to almost 500,000. They know about that. But wicked man in both, smart man in both, who are the head of the treasury now, no, to hold up a paper and show the media and all, I pay 37,500 stamp duty on a property he was supposed to pay 7% of $7.5 million. 525,000 in both. When we 487,500 solar, you had to find them money. You can't come wrong with no property tax, boy. Kid Rowley building Palace in Tobago. Senator Mark talk about it, jump out with your court close now, come out with Kwame Nana, Senator Mark hold up a picture, jump out, we calling you out on the pavement. We fed up all the only coming and taxing and harassing poor people's soul, boy. I tell all God is the boss, though. And you all have a nice day.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Stand your ground. Push back.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Food for thought, Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Researcher will be there. June 27th, Tuesday, June 27th. Push back the everything. All roads lead to Queen's Park, Savannah, opposite Napa, right by Grandstand. It hard parking. Make it a date. It's time. Are you ready?
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Stand your ground. Push back.
The lines are open. Oh boy, wait. Let me play with them voice notes there, boy. Them people and them. Wait. Pastor John, yours is 5 minutes. I will organize and play that tomorrow, please, God. Wow. Mr. X is already in the building. Wow. Right. Quick.
Good morning, Andy. I sent a video for you there. But if you see that pressure there with the government and some road, watch it.
All right.
Andy, Mikey, Lennox, Koff, good morning to you all. I have a little bone to pick with some of your callers there. I noticed that when they call and say good morning to you all, they leave out Koff a lot. I want them to know that Koff is a very, very important part of your team there, and it is very, very disrespectful. You know that when they call and say good morning, they'll leave out a man like him. You know, because he is very, very important to your team. So I would appreciate if when they call and they say good morning, they at least include him, you know, and they...
Yeah, I agree with you, but he had to stop working in the background and let the people hear his damn voice. Yeah, let me continue. Yeah, that background working thing, you can't be working in the background so much, people go forget you. But he plays a very, very important role, Trinidad and Tobago. 5 minutes to the hour, Trinidad and Tobago to 9 o'clock. Mr. X is ready in the building.
All right.
Yes. All of them voice notes and them some all the voice notes long and all right. Let me try again. Let me see.
See if it have any short ones and
yeah.
So Andy, good morning. Tuesday the 27th of June, Queen's Park, Savannah, opposite Napa at 11 a.m. Now Andy, this man want to charge 25% in inheritance tax when you inherit something from somebody, from your family who already paid taxes on these things, and he wants to give the government servants 4%. What these people sitting down waiting for?
That is real advantage.
Oh boy, before I get out of hand, Mikey, let we hold on that 30 minutes there, because you know we had to do the disclaimer before the 9 o'clock because it will cut on. But go ahead, Mikey.
All right, well, folks, hey, it's all about Tuesday, June 27th, 11 a.m., Ground Zero, Queen's Park, Savannah. We'll be sending out some stuff. Want you to share it. Please share it. And if we could get some support from the Mike Men, I mean, you know, as far as the budget goes, but hey, this is for country. So we're asking you, we have a message that needs to go out there. So Mike Men, please get in touch with Andy. And please, let's make this thing happen. It is going to happen because I know that we are ready. So Tuesday, June 27th. Don't forget, later on tonight, we have our very own Lennox Smith Corridor Transformation at 8 p.m. And of course, I'll be back on tomorrow, God willing, on Gael TV at 7 p.m. with The Observer. It's all about the battleground. All of this and more, so stay locked on. And again, we are ready.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
And annoying me in the intervening period. You know what time I get up in the morning? I go to bed between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I get up at daybreak. And when I get up nervous many times. Because what's going to happen to us as a people today? And all of a sudden they're concerned about debt in the country. They're concerned about who's hungry. They're concerned about who's starving. They're concerned about... Just give me a break. Thank you very much. I was going to the Oval one evening, and I stopped as it was drizzling, and a radio station was on. And on that radio station, which wasn't my favorite station, but it was on in the vehicle I was in, a most vulgar and outrageous radio program was on the airwaves called The Ground Report. You all remember that? In that report, it was the nastiest, dirty... As a matter of fact, what caught my attention was how filthy the program was on our airwaves. And I was asking myself, how could this be permitted on the airwaves of Trinidad and Tobago? Election or no election. And it was all about me and my father and my mother and this, and I had raped this, and I had done that, and the Ground Report. They want to know what the plan is? The plan is to put an end to this.
More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
Go ahead, Mr. X. Coming up next, Sensibility. Mr. X. Robert Amaro. Go ahead, my brother.
You juice. And when we drink, we get a natural boost. Ginger, lime, turmeric. Give away every sickness. Get a bottle of this orange spice. Guaranteed choice in your life. And when we drink up the drink.